Knights of X, we are minutes away from the beginning of the brand new Grand Arena season, except Capital Games has seemed to have released some information into the data mines about particular changes or something new coming to the game that we need to speculate on. It could be something that is addition or something that's just replacing the UI. I don't really know what it is, but we want to speculate about it today. If you guys aren't aware of what I'm talking about, Capital Games releases little bits of information of stuff in the data mines about stuff coming to the game later on. So we have data miners that can go ahead and see these type of stuff on the Swelga events server. So I want to show you guys what I'm talking about. A couple of new images, well, actually a lot of lines of text about things that are coming. So let's go ahead and take a look in Discord. This is where I found it out. And it's in the data mine section. So if you guys aren't aware of this Discord, in the general data mine, they have a bunch of stuff in the back end of things coming to the game. So over here, you're going to see we have something with the Omega battles, giving out battle to earn MK3 ability materials, requires 2 stars or pluses. So this seems to be little types of text of just updates to the UI of the back end. I don't think this is any sort of new event. It says Omega battle. I don't know if they're going to get a rework or give additional rewards. That I'm not sure. It's just talking about text of going into battle to earn Zeta ability material. So maybe, I don't know. This could be an update to Omega battles. We're going to have to see. And they're over here. They're talking about different rewards. Reward crate tier 1, Carboplast cash, 1, 2, and 3. That does not sound too familiar to me. Maybe I'm missing something like that. But we're getting different types of crates over in the data mines. And I don't know what this is. Yeah, I don't think this is something that we get normally unless I'm living under a rock. Durasteel cash. The only thing I remember seeing Durasteel in is in the Jedi Survivor game with the type of alloy on your lightsaber or the color of your lightsaber. That's the only thing I can remember with Durasteel. But Bronzium, Titanium, all of these different Chromium, Erodium, and then we have Supreme Raid cash. So this is interesting. These are all in the data mines. Could we possibly getting a new raid, first of all, and a new tier to that raid? Supreme Raid Cache, Reward Crate Top Raid. Now, I don't know if that's going to be an additional crate to a particularly new raid, or what's going on. Maybe whatever raid is coming, Mandalorian and Grogu related, and it looks like someone just literally, someone gave it the emoji and took it away, but this is interesting. This reward crate top rate supreme rate cache is very, very interesting. So that has me thinking about whatever update is coming next week, because I'm going to show you guys certain comments by Meathead in the general chat saying all will be revealed next week about what is going on here. But it sounds like, under my speculation, there's going to be a new raid coming soon, and there's going to be a brand new crate called Supreme Raid Cache. I don't know. It might not even be related to the raid. It could be related. Well, it has to be. It says top raid, but I don't know, guys. Could that mean we're going to get a Relic 10 tier to a new raid coming to the future? I don't know for sure. And Scribe seems to think there's going to be Relic 11 coming around the corner. So what if that's going to revolve Relic 11? I don't know for sure. All up for speculation. Hopefully Relic 11 is not gated behind a raid. That would be kind of tough for newer players. But guys, yeah, that's going to be the raid comment. Over here, they're going over some other stuff. Shared prop, lock, tap for more. That seems to be a little bit more of UI base related. Now, I don't want to get into pure speculation over here. I did see this earlier about a possible territory war update or change. I really don't think that's going to be the case. I think this is completely UI related to somehow there may be updating the icon or the screen or the text to TW. But over here, it's going over territory battle, ship battle campaign, assemble your ships for fleet, and battle for space supremacy. That's just a line of text for upcoming stuff. But over here, we have territory war matchmaking, attack, review, the score versus the defense complete, defense needed, 0% full. Maybe they're just adding a couple more UI changes to TW. I don't think it's going to necessarily mean we're getting a update to TW, even though I very much think there should be, but that doesn't seem to be very important at all. And then it's talking about a draw and a victory. And then over here is what I want to talk about, and maybe I can zoom in a little bit so it's a little bit bigger for you guys. Maybe it doesn't work. It ain't working for some reason. So over here, these two images right here are possibly new additions to the campaign or a new event, or in my personal opinion, I think what they're doing is they're combining the mod battles and challenges and ships over to the single campaign in the game. And I'm going to show you guys what I mean really quick, but we'll head into the game in a second. But actually, let's go in there right now. I do want to show you really quick what I'm talking about. When you go into game, they obviously moved all the campaign stuff to over here. So over here, you're going to see light side, dark side, and cantina. I'm kind of speculating that that image is all about moving the fleet one to maybe over here and the mod one to over here. That's my pure speculation. Maybe it's an addition to the campaigns. Maybe it's something else, but I don't know exactly for sure. That's just my personal speculation of it. I think I don't want to overthink too much about it. I think they're just changing the way the layout works for the home screen, trying to make it all consolidated into the campaign node or section of the home screen. So just wanted to showcase my opinion and my thoughts on that. But pretty interesting. I know people are going to go crazy and thinking what is coming out of this or what is next, but that's what I think is going to be involved with these two images. Now, Sig says over here, above assets are called Campaign Battles Fleet and Campaign Battles Mod. So, exactly. I just think it's going to be an image for the mod and fleet battles. There's also references to Cantina Patron. And then over here, they're saying there's hints to large character UI for some reason. So, over here, we have Drogon, Cara Dune, Chopper, Mando, Mob Enforcer, Mon Mothma, Death Trooper, and Scout Trooper as a larger UI for some other reason. Could this be for a potential raid? I mean, guys, think about it, maybe. Besides Drogon, who's kind of like, a made-up character, a lot of these are kind of in the Mandalorian TV show or in that realm of Mando. So, could this possibly indicate future characters for the raid? I don't know. That's purely speculation. I have no idea. Just thinking out loud. I want to know what you guys think about what these characters mean. I mean, Cara Dune's in the Mando. Obviously, Mando's in Mando. Mob Enforcer they can work with. Mon Mothma is around that time zone, or that time era. Obviously, she's younger during this time. Death Trooper was in the show. Scout Trooper was definitely in the show. He gave Baby Yoda a giant punch to the face, so not going to look good for him. And then they're saying something with BT, Gamorrean Guards, IG-86, Lando, and Jabba. So, I really don't know. That's just pure speculation. It might not be anything to do with the new raid. Maybe possibly a new game mode. I do not know. But I'm very curious to see what you guys think about that. Need to figure that out for sure. Now, over here, they're going into some other stuff. Guild raids locked. And then arenas. Feature title territory events called territory events. Now, I don't know what that could indicate. I think territory events is going to mean territory war, territory battle, stuff like that. Maybe the UI screen for that specific era or section. It's just something with the UI and the text. I don't think that's anything to really gasp about, but people seem to be really interested to see what that could possibly mean. And then they're saying there's a lot of new experience stuff was added as well. So over here they're talking about galactic battles, generic pop-ups, guild event locked, inactive guild, all interesting stuff, updating, join a guild. So these are all different things talking about new players and different pop-ups. So maybe it's making it easier for them. They're adding additional pop-ups for newer players. So nothing to really think about this. This is a lot of them. A lot of changes, as you can see. Don't have permissions to modify or change the guild leader. It's interesting. Members join. Yeah, there's lines and lines of different text here. So if you guys go into the Swoga event server, into general Datamine, you're going to be able to read all of this. So now over here, it says something about a Guild TW Battle Log title. Territory War Battle Log. That is interesting. Could that be an additional thing coming? I don't know what the Battle Log might mean. It could just be simply so-and-so player earned 18 banners, 19 banners, 20 banners. Could be overthinking that as well, but maybe you could go into more detail. I highly doubt it, but let me know what you guys think. Guild no longer found. I mean, there's a lot. And over here, Sig even makes a post and says, I wouldn't read a ton into all of this. My speculation is this is some sort of UI overhaul. Probably not anything for specific game modes. It could have been game mode updates, but I think it's mostly UI changes. So that's what I was thinking too. But there are different things for like maybe a new raid like that crate, which makes it really, really interesting. And then why those character UI images are so large is also up for discussion. So, in the general chat, I do believe that Meathead made a post about something saying that all will be revealed next week. So, I might be going a little bit too far ahead. Let's see. He's waiting for approval. If not so Friday, hopefully sometime early next week I'll be able to share them with you folks. Until then, I really have nothing I can talk about. So, there's definitely something coming, and it has to do with the new update next week. Obviously, the new Mando and Grogu movie is coming. May the 4th is coming. It's going to be a very important thing for the game to attract newer players. They got to nail it out of the park, personally, I think, in my opinion. So, what is coming? What is coming? The big thing is that they were saying they're going to talk about it next week. He's got to get it approved. And then over here, there's a little speculation chat where if you want to see what people are talking about and see what could be possibly coming. So, very cool to check out. I think that it's mostly UI. I think they're going to change the home screen and the campaigns. And that wasn't the only change when you go into game. So, when you guys pop up in the game for the first time, you're going to see the Holotable announcer make a comment about something to do about huts being very trash talky or something like that. I wasn't able to grab a screenshot of it. If I log into my other account, I could probably find it. But another important thing that I did notice is that they did make an update to the journey guide a little bit. So, as you can see here, they have seemed to reorganize the journey guide in a way where it's different recommendations for legendary characters. So, you're going to see here, they moved quite a bit over to the 500k GP plus, which makes a lot of sense. You're totally able to get a lot of these legendaries at that early GP. But over here, they made one for 1 million and one 1.5 and then 2 million plus. So, here's the interesting thing about one thing I noticed. When they recommend 2 million plus, I have to admit, this seems a little fishy because Leviathan, if you think about it, cannot be really accessed until 4 million galactic power because Darth Malgus and his ship are exclusive to Proving Grounds, and that's not accessible until 4 million galactic power. So, not saying that's going to be the end of the world of like a mess up, but I think it's going to mislead players or newer players to thinking they can get this ship as early as possible when it's really gated behind 4 million galactic power. So, that's obviously nothing major. It's just something that I think they should fix. Just add a category for 4 million plus for Leviathan because, like I said, Malgus, who's not necessarily a requirement, but you need him for the ship. So, yes, he is. You need Malgus unlocked, and you need the Interceptor unlocked. And there are 7-star unlocks not possible unless you're obviously buying the new Lightspeed bundle packs or you're participating in Proving Grounds, which is not available until the 4 million GP mark. So, is it possible that Proving Grounds just goes to 2 million? I don't think that's the case. I think they just made a little bit of an oversight there. But, yeah, guys, I want to know what you guys think about this update in the comment section down below because is this just an overall UI change for the game? Are they trying to make the home screen a little bit more pretty, a couple more pop-ups, or is something coming down the line? In my personal opinion, I think they're updating the UI, they're moving things on the home screen, but there are implications for a possible new raid to come. So let me know what you guys think about those new characters or the big character images in the data mines as well as the Supreme Raid comments. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little speculative video. If you did, leave a like, comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe to the channel for more content. And I'll catch you guys in Grand Arena tonight. I'll be live streaming, so I'll see you guys there. May the Force be with you all, and peace.